Hi guys, today we are going to do a video on some chocolate loaves, and we're going to do half a batch that has peanut butter chips, and then half a batch that has Andes mints and peanut butter chips both. Now this is a different recipe than, I don't know if you follow along or not, but I did a banana nut bread yesterday. It is not the same recipe. So I just wanted to make sure everyone knew that there's different quantities on the ingredients this time. On this one, you're going to need 4 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of milk, 3/4 cup of oil, 2 tablespoons of vanilla, 3 eggs, and then we're going to do half a cup of cocoa powder and a cup of peanut butter as well. So the first thing we're going to do, I've already got most of my ingredients already put out so that it'll measure it out so it'll go a little quicker. The first thing we're going to do is put in 3 eggs, and then we're going to go ahead and let that mix, because if you let your eggs mix first and whip them up, it's almost like it increases the batter. I've noticed that when I don't mix my eggs in by themselves first, that I seem to get a half a pan or a pan less on my batter. So for whatever reason, that's just how it is. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that up just for a minute, and I'll get the milk out and I'll be right back. Okay, next we're going to add a half cup of oil. And see, you didn't have to let your eggs mix very long there. We're going to add 2 cups of milk. Yes, 2 cups of milk. And you can use 1% whole milk, whatever you want to use. You can even use evaporated milk if you want. I know there's been lots of times I just use evaporated milk and dilute it with 1 part water and 1 part evaporated milk. We're going to mix that real quick. Okay. And we are going to add 2 tablespoons of vanilla. I really don't measure out my vanilla. I just pour it in till I think I've poured enough in there. So, we're going to go ahead and add in our peanut butter. This is going to be so good. If y'all follow me, then y'all know that I'm allergic to blueberries and bananas, and I compensate that by making up with peanut butter and caramel. Those are my 2 favorite toppings and add-ins on all my stuff. Okay. Then we're also going to add in a cup of baker's cocoa. And we're going to mix that real quick. Oh my, it's looking good already. We're going to add in 2 cups of sugar. Get all these put up. We're going to mix that in a little bit. now it's going to be time to add in your flour. Some people like to add their flour half of the time and mix it or add it all in. I have a cover on my blender here so it keeps the flour from popping up in the air and you wasting a whole bunch of it. So I'm going to go ahead and add all mine in together and mix that for just a few seconds. Oh, that smells so good. And we're going to raise that up, and we're going to take our spatula, and we're going to scrape the edges of the pan real good, and make sure that you get all the flour from down on the sides and the bottom, because you don't want to have clumps whenever you take it out to put it in your pan, and then you're like, oh no. Because otherwise it'll be clumpy. Have little flour spots in your mix. Gets to be a little messy there, trying to work around the beater. That's okay. If you're any much of a baker, you're going to know that it gets messy. I'm going to mix that one more time. Wipe my hands off here. I don't think technically you're supposed to raise that up with it going at all, but I don't usually do things by the book anyway, so. It's going to be so good. Scrape that off as much as we can. We're going to undo our bowl. We're going to put a little plate here to catch any drippings. We're going to take our spatula and go around the edges one more time. Make sure that everything got good and mixed. Oh my, that's going to be so good. I can smell the peanut butter. So today we're going to go ahead, lots of times when I make my flavored loaves, I'll put the flavoring chips or whatever I'm using, whether it be caramel or whatever, on top. Today we're going to go ahead and put these in, most of them inside. And I don't know if y'all know or not, but if you're ever making breads with like blueberries or anything like that, you can coat your blueberries in a light coat of flour, and it will keep them from sinking to the bottom and sticking to your pan, which is really a nice little trick. I had a lady tell me that last year, and I'm telling you what, it is a game changer. Oh, look at that. Oh my. So we're going to save these few to put on top, because we're making, this batch makes 4 loaves. So we're going to do 2 with just peanut butter, and then 2 with peanut butter and Andes mints both. Let's see, what did I do with my 1 cup? See, and I done lost it. There we go. Okay. So on my recipes, I've used these pans. Their mainstay, I believe, is the brand on them. I'm not 100% sure. But I do recommend the dark pans because they're much better when you don't want things to stick. So don't forget to coat your pans with a nice, I don't skimp on it too much. This particular coating here is a like a flour coating spray, actually. It works really good. But I use both the non-flour and the flour both. Just depends really on what I have handy. Don't forget, if you're spraying them out like that over your floor and you have tile, you will slip and fall if you're not careful. So we're going to do 2 cups in each one. Oh my, it's gonna be so good. Y'all know what I'm gonna be having for dessert tonight, right? Today is a beautiful day down here in Arkansas, or however you want to say it. Up here, down here, I guess depends on where you're at. I live right on the Arkansas-Oklahoma line. I was born in Oklahoma. Lived all over. Well, I think I've lived in Virginia, Washington, Idaho, Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma. Just a place here and there. 1 or 2 maybe. Oh, these are going to be good. I have a special friend that is going to be getting the 2 with the peanut butter and the Andes mint. I tell you what, people love Andes mint. And I know today is the first day I've done the chocolate loaves, because they have been such a winner and a hit with everybody. I decided that I needed to maybe try mixing it together with chocolate. You know, why not, right? When I get to my last pan, I don't bother trying to measure it out, because you ain't gonna be able to get your measuring cup down in there and scoop that. You're just gonna have to spoon it out like that. So then it just kind of becomes a balancing act, which, you know, it works. You do it long enough, you get used to it. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. This is a really thick batter here. Mainly I'm thinking because of the peanut butter. And just kind of shimmy it around a little, or we just kind of drop it on the edge like this. Look at that. Yes. One more. Okay, so for the 2 that don't have Andes mint, we're going to take and sprinkle some of these peanut butter chips back on top. Even though it's got it all in, you can never have too much peanut butter, right? Well, my gallbladder might disagree with me, but we're going to do it anyway. Oh my, look there, 2 left in the bowl. They're going to be for me. Then on the next 2, since these are special requests here, I'll turn it down here a little bit. Since these are special requests, these are going to have Andes mints on them. You can put a lot or a little. It's kind of however much you want. I know my friend likes a lot of Andes mint, so I'm just going to let her have all these. And then we're going to take this knife and just kind of, you don't want to go too far down in there, just kind of get a few of them mixed in, since we didn't. Now if you're doing the whole batch with Andes mint, go ahead and add it in like we did the peanut butter chips. But otherwise this will be just fine like this. You get them mixed in and it'll blend in with those peanut butter chips and the batter. Oh yeah. I hope y'all are having a blessed day today. Hope the Lord is doing good things in your life. He does something good in my life every day, even if I don't realize it. So, you're going to have your oven at 350 preheated, and you're going to want to cook these approximately 25 minutes, depending on the oven you have and how well it works, I guess. So I would start checking it at 20 minutes. If it jiggles at all on the top when you go to pull it out, you can just kind of touch it a little, and you don't want it to have any type of jello type motion to it. So we're going to put these in here, and then in about 20 minutes we'll check them. and I've already done one batch of these today that were just Andes mints. So the ones I'm fixing to show you are not, they don't have any peanut butter in them. But this is what they end up looking like. And I did the same thing with the Andes mints and stirring them in a little bit. Here's another one here. So see, you can see the tops and everything. And they just turn out really good. And I'm telling you, and you want to let them cool so that your bottoms come out nice and neat and they don't stick. When you are taking them out, you can take a spatula and just go, like pretend this is still in the pan. You just put it downside and just barely push against it. You know, just push against it on the ends if they're not coming out right away. But I promise you, if you pull them out while they're still warm, some of the bottoms are going to stick. And then you're going to have to easily get it off there and then add it back on. And that doesn't make for a pretty cake. But you let them cool good and they will turn out beautiful. And I tell you what, my bunch can sit down and eat one of these in one sitting. So, might as well make a whole batch of them. If you want to make less, you can divide the recipe. Or you can make the whole batch and put them, wrap them in saran wrap. And then put them in a freezer baggie and they will freeze very well. And just take them out whenever you want them and let them thaw. And they're amazing. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. I think that's all I need to tell you on that today. You can use, this is the recipe I use for my flavored loaves. And if you don't want the chocolate, just leave the cocoa powder out. And the peanut butter. Don't forget it. You just leave the peanut butter and chocolate out and it's the same recipe. So, I guess that's it, guys. You can use any toppings you want. I also make a caramel one that, when I use the caramel, I also add a caramel sauce or a caramel topping that I mix in the mix, kind of like I did with the peanut butter. And then I drizzle the caramel on top. We'll do a video for that one too, because that one's my favorite. We can't skip that one. So, but anyway, I hope y'all have a blessed day. I hope you learned something. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and ring the little bell. And we will see you next time. You have a blessed day. Bye.